What's up, guys? This is Jamie Loves Martial Arts, and I want to talk about why it's so important to take some time to consciously dissociate and draw some inspiration from fictional stories. So if you're a hardworking martial artist and you're spending a ton of time studying, whether that's jiu-jitsu stuff, learning all the moves of Brazilian jiu-jitsu, or you're studying Japanese martial arts and you're learning all this terminology, or you're just trying to get your foot in the door with Chinese martial arts, practicing the Jiben Gong, whatever it is, when you find yourself really saturated in the art and it's all you're thinking about and all you're doing, this can actually lead to stagnation in your practice. So it's really important to engage in something called conscious dissociation. This is a term that I learned from the book The Tao of Fully Feeling, which is a really great book about engaging with your emotional life more deeply. And it talks about how we need to take a step back from what it is that we're doing, and one of the best ways to do that is to use suspension of disbelief with a story. So when we watch or read a story, that kind of takes us away and out of our life for a moment, and we kind of go into our imagination. And that break from what it is, whatever it is that we're working on in our life, whatever it is that we're chewing on mentally, gives us some space, and it allows the mind and the psyche to integrate what it is that we want to work on and become even better at it. So this time away, just like a muscle, when we work out, we break down the muscles, then you rest and they get stronger. In the same way, our mind and our memory actually works the same way. So we have to make sure that we give ourselves a break from the source material that we actually want to remember, so that we're able to integrate that with the rest of our mind and our personality. Now, there's another benefit to watching these stories and engaging with them, and that's that most stories are modeled off of the hero's journey, which is sort of like a mythological or archetypal blueprint for our own psychological development. So by watching these stories and engaging with them and identifying with the characters, if you really lean into that, you can actually gain access to this sort of timeless cultural information that tells us about ourselves and all the trials and tribulations that we go through as we're becoming an adult and a member of society and figuring out our place in the world. So you can draw this really strong and beautiful inspiration from these stories, as well as giving yourself a break. So that's why I think it's really, really important for every martial artist and every artist and person to engage in some amount of conscious dissociation and give yourselves a break from working on all the stuff that you work on so hard during your day-to-day life. I think if you guys implement this, that you'll find that you're more inspired and more excited to get back to the work after you take a short break to enjoy something that you actually like. Thanks, guys.